So when I was a freshman in high school, I was really sure that I wanted to come to Liberty for college. And as the years went by, my junior year, I started visiting all kinds of colleges, came to Liberty, and totally fell in love with it. But I also went to a college named JMU, and I also really liked it there. So my senior year of high school, I was debating whether I wanted to go to Liberty or JMU, and in my mind, I knew that God's plan for me was Liberty, but as I would talk to my friends and teachers, they would kind of discourage me away from Liberty because they knew the rules at Liberty, and they thought that they were awful, and so they're like, you don't want to go to Liberty, Liberty's terrible, you have no freedom, everyone gets accepted into Liberty, blah, blah, blah. So many negative things about Liberty, and it was almost as if their ideas of what Liberty was about to affect my decision. And even though I knew God's plan was Liberty for me, I almost chose JMU. And so I prayed to God and asked him, make this known to me, make known to me what I should do. And so there was a night that I got an email from JMU and I was on the wait list. And so I got really disappointed in that. And so I said, okay, God, I'm not quite sure what you're doing here, but I'm taking this as maybe this is your way of saying Liberty is where you need to be. And then the next night, I read on social media something that said, God sometimes closes one door in order to open another one that's even better. And so I decided, I'm going to wait and see if I get into JMU. I'd already got accepted into Liberty. So a few weeks later, I found out that I got into JMU as well. But then as I prayed about it, I realized, it doesn't matter what our friends say about where we should go, but we should be doing what God calls us to do, not what the world tells us to do. So here's my visual. It's just JMU versus Liberty. And then today I'm going to be reading from Psalm 37. Psalm 37 is a wisdom psalm written by King David. And this book cautions that the ways of the world are not where we should put our trust, but instead we should put our trust in the ways of the Lord. Worldly views can have major impacts on our lives if we allow it, but this psalm encourages us to keep our focus and concentration on God's plan that He has for our lives. So this passage really greatly relates to my experience in choosing a college because I put my trust in the Lord and allowed His plan to take place in my life. And because of that, I'm now at the best school in the world and could never imagine being anywhere else. So I'm going to read Psalm 37, verses 1 through 9. Fret not yourself because of evildoers. Be not envious of wrongdoers, for they will soon fade like the grass and wither like the green herb. Trust in the Lord and do good. Dwell in the land and befriend faithfulness. Delight yourself in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart. Commit your way to the Lord, trust in Him, and He will act. He will bring forth your righteousness as the light and your justice as the noonday. Be still before the Lord and wait patiently for Him. Fret not yourself over the one who prospers in his way, over the man who carries out evil devices. Refrain from anger and forsake wrath. Fret not yourself, it tends only to be evil. For the evildoers shall be cut off, but those who wait for the Lord shall inherit the land. So after reading that, I just want to encourage you all to trust in the Lord, delight yourself in the Lord, commit your way to the Lord, be still before the Lord, and hope in the Lord. Because when you do all those things, then you will see His presence, and His presence will be near. Thank you.